Hey, what is up YouTube? Right, gonna go through a shoulder workout that I did at Camperdown Fitness, and some of the exercise selection and tricks that I like to use to try and build up the shoulders. So I like to start with a press. It doesn't really matter what type of press you do, whether it's barbell standing or dumbbell standing, but I like the seated dumbbell press to really try and go after the front delt, but all of the delt really is involved with this press. So I work up to a weight where I'm trying to get about 5 reps. So in this workout I worked up to about 37 kilos. I was only able to get 3 or 4 decent reps. So I try and get about 3 sets where I'm really trying to get 5 reps. So it's a little bit of a jump up for me to the 37s, and probably a little bit too heavy for me at that stage. But the 35s I was getting about 7 or 8 with, so that's why the jump up to the 37s. And it's this set here, so it's really working hard and pushing really hard is what you want, but ideally you want the reps to be about 5 to 6 reps. So the setup with the dumbbell press is similar to a bench press. So you kind of want your scapula to be down and back, and a nice arch through your thoracic. I've got the belt on too, just so I can sort of brace into my core and keep everything nice and stable, and make sure that the delts are the only thing that's doing the work. So again, here with the 37s, trying to get as many as I can, but I was only able to get 3 or 4 in this workout. So then once the heavy sets are done, it's back down to a weight where I'm getting about 8 to 12 reps. So this was back down to 27 kilos and just trying to rep out for another set. Try and really fatigue those delts and finish them off. Next up is a machine press, and the reason I'm going to a machine press now is because it's nice and stable, and really all I have to do is push through, so I can really try and fatigue the delts a little bit more, and hopefully get a little bit stronger for the next workout. So starting with a warm-up weight here, but with my heavier set I like to aim for, again, about 8 to 12 reps. And then, as you can see, trying to keep everything nice and still, make sure the shoulders are the only thing doing the work, and just trying to rep out as many as I can, aiming for about, as I said, 8 to 12. So nothing complicated with shoulders. It's just about trying to get the work done. So then on to a side lateral was my next movement with dumbbells. So with the dumbbells I'm aiming mostly for the shortened ranges of position. So when the dumbbells reach the top is where the most tension is going to be. So that's where I'm focusing. And I started with about 10 kilos. So with the dumbbells too, I'm just trying to again lift as much weight as I can. This is a warm-up set, but my main set, again, aiming for around that 8 to 12 rep range. That was the last set. So I work up to about 12.5 kilos for shoulder raises, and that's pretty much enough weight for me. As you can see, I'm really struggling through the reps, but that's what I want. Another thing you may notice with my training is my left shoulder is not as strong as the right. It's a little bit of an injury that I've always had, so that's something that I've got to be conscious of. When the left shoulder gives out, try not to just keep pushing through, just try and end the set there, otherwise it just ends up doing some damage. But after that I then go again to a machine just to finish off the delts, try and get some reps out. I really like these Cybex machines, side lateral machines, nice and stable, and there's nice tension at the bottom of the movement too, so the top of the or the short range of the delt should be fatigued from the dumbbells, but then there's still got a little bit left in the tank at the lengthened range or the bottom of the movement. So other than this, on other days I might do a side cable lateral, which is kind of the same thing, working more the length and range, and also as a unilateral movement as well. But on this day, chose this machine just because I can keep myself nice and stable, pushing up against the pad at the back, and then just trying to get as many reps out as I can, fatigue the delts as much as possible. So then it's on the rear delts, and I chose a incline dumbbell rear delt fly, I guess you call it, for this exercise. And I like to keep the weight fairly light. You can get carried away with heavy weight with this movement. It's a very tough movement, so it's probably best to keep the weight nice and light and make sure that it is the rear delts that are doing the work, because the traps can try and take over in this movement. Then after that, back to a machine again, because it's nice and stable on the reverse pec deck. Mainly working the length and range of the delt here, so with the dumbbells working more the tops of the shortened range, and then now this working more the length and range, so when the arms are outstretched in front and the muscle is at a full stretch, that's generally where the most tension is with these machines, and just trying to fatigue that range of motion as much as possible. Then next up is onto some shrugs. So haven't done shrugs much lately, but I have put them back into the workout just to try and work that scapular elevation. They are a little bit weak and tend to get tight, so I've thrown shrugs back in, making sure that I keep the weight nice and light. So I'm working on trying to elevate the scapula and retract and really squeeze those traps at the top just to finish off. So that's my workout for shoulders. Hope to catch you guys again soon.